He only agreed to one last blind date to stop his counsel from staging another intervention. But when a clumsy human woman crashed face-first into the restaurant floor, the immortal vampire king realized two things instantly. She was his destiny, and she was going to absolutely destroy his sanity in the cutest way imaginable. Welcome back, my beautiful family and friends. If you're hooked in and you're ready to enjoy this story, click subscribe and let me know in the comments where you're watching from, because tomorrow I will be giving you another story just as interesting as this one, and you don't want to miss it. Now, let us begin. Luna Vaspera, Vampire King of the Western Hemisphere, CEO of Vaspera Enterprises, terror of boardrooms, slayer of garlic bread, destroyer of conference tables, and unofficial dramatic menace of Austin, Texas, was pacing inside his own hallway, in the dark, like a Victorian ghost who misplaced his favorite candle. This alone was terrifying because Luna didn't pace. He glided like a king, like a shadow, like someone who believed gravity was merely a suggestion. But tonight, he paced like a man stressed beyond immortality. "Your Majesty, please stop," Aldrich, his head advisor, begged. "You're wearing a trench into the marble." Luna ignored him. 13 dates, Luna muttered, running a pale hand through his perfectly white hair. 12 disasters. One woman who tried to take a selfie with my fangs. Another who asked if I sparkle in sunlight. Sparkle, Aldrich, like a disco ball. Humans watch a lot of movies, Aldrich said diplomatically. And the werewolf woman who asked if I wanted to co-parent her future litter, Luna added, shuddering. Aldrich winced. She seemed enthusiastic. She tried to bite my shoulder. Again, enthusiastic. Luna covered his face. "I'm not doing this again. I refuse to participate in this circus of romantic humiliation." Aldrich straightened his suit. "The council is begging you. One last date. If it fails, they'll never ask again." Luna narrowed his icy silver eyes. "One last," he repeated slowly, like a man signing away his soul. "And then I am done. I will be single for the next 900 years. Aldrich perked up. "Wonderful. I've already booked the restaurant." Luna froze. "You did what now?" Aldrich held up his phone. "The Midnight Taco. A human place. Very casual. Very friendly. Very, not your style. But you need something different, Your Majesty." Luna stared. "Do they have lights?" "Yes." "Music?" "Yes." "Humans?" "A great number of them." Luna inhaled sharply as if Aldrich had announced a funeral. "This," Luna said gravely, "is assassination." But it was too late. Aldrich shoved a coat at him. "Your Majesty, you are going. You are charming. You are powerful. You can do this." "Powerful?" "Yes." "Charming?" "Debatable." "Dating ready?" "Absolutely not." But he was already being pushed out the door anyway. At Midnight Taco, Austin, Texas. The restaurant was loud, chaotic, bright. Luna stepped inside and instantly flinched like a man being slapped by noise. Humans everywhere, laughing, chewing, talking. One man sneezed across the room. Luna hissed quietly. Aldrich elbowed him, muttering, "You cannot hiss at sneezes." "Then why do they do it so violently?" Luna whispered back. A waitress passed by carrying a basket of tortilla chips. Luna shrank away from it like it contained holy water. Aldrich sighed. "This is why you're single." Luna cleared his throat, straightened his coat, and walked to a dim corner booth like he was entering a throne room. He sat down with the elegance of a centuries-old monarch, and then immediately put his forehead on the table. "What if she's another Fong selfie girl?" Luna groaned. "Or what if she asks about sparkling?" "Aldrich, I cannot sparkle." "You don't sparkle," Aldrich said flatly. "You look like a haunting that drinks expensive wine." "Well, I hope this human appreciates hauntings." "Sir, just try." Aldrich slipped out before Luna could protest, leaving the vampire king alone with his thoughts. He adjusted his sunglasses, indoors because he was dramatic, folded his pale hands on the table, and breathed deeply. This was fine. This was manageable. This was... The door hit, loudly, and then, thud. A woman flew, literally flew, across the floor like she'd been launched by Destiny's slingshot. She landed face first on the welcome mat. The entire restaurant froze. Chips paused midair. Forks hovered. Soft music stopped. Luna stood so fast his chair skidded back. She fell from the sky, he whispered in horror. A waiter blinked at him. Sir, that's just gravity. Then she popped up. A whirlwind of blonde hair, flushed cheeks, bright eyes, and utter disaster. Hi, she said cheerfully, brushing her dress. Sorry, my shoe betrayed me. Her eyes met Luna's. He forgot how to breathe. She was sunshine. Actual sunshine. Sweet, clumsy, chaotic sunshine. She rushed over, still adjusting her purse, and dropped into the seat across from him. I'm Natalie, she said with a big, hopeful smile. Luna blinked, silver eyes wide, mouth slightly open. He had lived 9 centuries. He had fought wars, defeated enemies, negotiated peace with werewolf clans. But nothing prepared him for Natalie. Her purse suddenly tipped over. Everything spilled out onto the table. A small screwdriver, 5 pens, a half-eaten granola bar, a sticker that said "Beware of ducks," and a garlic-flavored mint. Luna recoiled so violently he nearly disappeared into the shadow behind him. Natalie gasped. Oh my God, are you allergic? Only to certain herbs, Luna said stiffly. Basil, she guessed. Close enough. She burst out laughing. Not a polite laugh. A full, loud, contagious laugh that made people turn. Luna stared at her, stunned. He should be annoyed. He should be irritated. He should be absolutely done with this chaos. But instead, he felt something strange. Warm. Dangerous. Unfamiliar. He felt delighted. The waiter approaches. Can I get your order? The waiter asked. I'll get tacos. Natalie said instantly. Extra cheese. Please. And you? She looked at Luna. Luna cleared his throat. I prefer red. She tilted her head. Oh, like wine? He nodded, relieved she didn't guess correctly. But then she grinned. Fancy. The waiter scribbled something reluctantly and rushed away. Natalie turned to Luna with that sunshine smile again. So, she said eagerly, you're Luna Vaspera? Yes. You're tall. That tends to happen when one reaches adulthood, Luna replied seriously. Natalie blinked, then exploded into laughter again. Oh my God. Are you always like this? Like what? So dramatic? Luna looked personally offended. I'm not dramatic. You said basil like it was an ancient demon. It is dangerous. It's a leaf. Deadly. Natalie slapped the table laughing. You're ridiculous. I like you. Luna's dead heart skipped. She liked him. Nobody liked him. People feared him, respected him, avoided him. But liked? This human sunshine? Liked him? He didn't even know how to process that. Their conversation. So what do you do? Natalie asked, chewing a tortilla chip. Luna hesitated. I'm the CEO of a window company. Oh, like blinds and stuff. Something like that. What kind of windows? The anti-sunlight kind. She blinked. Like blackout curtains? Stronger. Wow. Fancy. So you're like a vampire of productivity. Luna choked on nothing. Well, that is... Natalie giggled. I'm joking. You're so literal. She leaned forward, chin on her hand. What about hobbies? What do you like to do? Luna thought. He couldn't say drinking blood. Couldn't say nightly hunts. Couldn't say reading ancient war texts. Long walks, he decided. At night, he added. In the dark, he clarified. She nodded slowly. So, emo hiking. Luna considered this. Yes. She burst into laughter again. He couldn't stop staring at her. Her smile. Her energy. Her chaos. Her warmth. Her everything. She was the loudest thing in the room. And, somehow, the most comforting. The snore heard around the world. Natalie began imitating Luna's dramatic tone. I prefer red. I fear the leaf. The night is my companion. Luna tried not to smile. He failed. She did it again. Luna laughed. Hard. And then, it happened. He snorted. A royal, ancient, immortal snort. Natalie gasped. OMG, you snorted. Immortals can snort? Luna slapped a hand over his face, humiliated. I did not. You did. That was adorable. Adorable, Luna repeated, scandalized. Yes, you should do it more often. He shook his head violently. Absolutely not. She laughed even harder. People in a restaurant were literally watching them like they were a Netflix rom-com being filmed live. The date ends, but they don't want it to. The waiter returned with their bill. Natalie pouted. Already? I was having fun. Luna swallowed. You were? Yeah. She smiled brightly. You're weird. I like weird. He felt lightheaded. No battle ever made him feel like this. No war. No victory. She stood to leave, then tripped on absolutely nothing. Luna caught her. Fast, graceful, supernatural. Her hands landed on his chest. His arm wrapped around her waist. Their faces were inches apart. She whispered, breathless. Wow, you move fast. Luna whispered back. You fall often. She giggled. I really do. Neither moved. Neither wanted to. But finally she stepped back, cheeks pink. So, she said softly, can I see you again? Luna froze. He was a king. He was ancient. He was feared. But in this moment, he was a man falling apart from one human smile. Yes, he said. You absolutely can. She grinned so brightly he swore the world lit up. Good night, Luna. Good night, Natalie. She walked out, tripping over the same mat again. He didn't laugh. He adored it. His heart, dead for 900 years, did a full somersault. If you reach this part, kindly follow because I cannot be writing vampire romance for free like this loudly crying face fire. Also drop a comment. Do you think Natalie is going to survive Luna's dramatic vampire energy? Rolling on the floor laughing. Luna Vaspera did not smile. He smirked. He glared. He brooded in corners like the decorative, supernatural furniture he believed himself to be. But smile? Never. So when he walked into Vaspera Enterprises the next morning, smiling like a man who had just discovered unlimited Wi-Fi, immortality, and tacos all at once, his employees nearly passed out. Is he happy? One in turn whispered. No. Another breathed. That's impossible. He hates everything. The receptionist dropped her stapler. Dear God, is he glowing? He's pale, someone corrected. Yep, but like, happy pale. His head advisor, Aldrich, nearly choked on his blood latte. Your Majesty? He asked carefully. Luna adjusted his suit, clearing his throat. Good morning. Aldrich stood so fast his chair flew. Good what? Luna frowned. Is that not a phrase humans use? They do. Aldrich sputtered. But you don't. The last time you said good morning was 1842, and it was sarcastic. Luna blinked, genuinely confused. I'm simply in a pleasant disposition. Aldrich stared at him, then slowly leaned in like he was checking for fever. Sir, are you bewitched? No. Hexed? No. Under the influence of siren venom? No. Aldrich gasped. Did a fairy charm you? Luna rolled his eyes. None of that happened. Then Aldrich whispered dramatically. The date went well. Luna paused, looked away, and for the first time in centuries, he blushed. A real blush. Soft. Pink. Terrifying. Aldrich yelled so loudly the whole hallway heard. Luna, the man who couldn't stop thinking about one human. He tried to focus on his meetings. He really did. But everything reminded him of her. The way she tripped when she walked. The way she laughed, so loud humans turned to stare. The way she said, my shoe betrayed me, like it was a crime. The way she said, I like weird. He replayed it over and over. In the quarterly earnings report meeting, Sir, these numbers. Her smile was brighter than these numbers. What? Continue. During a presentation on new anti-sunlight window prototypes. This model blocks 78% more UV. Her laughter blocks 100% of stress. Sir, even during a security briefing, we caught a werewolf trying to sneak into the basement. Does this werewolf know how to laugh adorably? Sir, please, I am begging you focus. He couldn't. He was a mess, a disaster, a lovesick immortal. His council gathered in his office hours later, terrified. Your Majesty, Councilman Jareth said nervously, you've been smiling and humming, and we think you may be dying. I am fine, Luna said smoothly. I simply had a wonderful evening. Jareth clutched the wall for support. He said wonderful, he whispered to the others. We are doomed. Meanwhile, Natalie was having a crisis too. Natalie sat cross-legged on her couch, wearing mismatched socks, eating cereal out of a mixing bowl like the adult she absolutely was not. Her best friend, Tasha, was screaming into a pillow. He's hot, Tasha yelled. And rich? And mysterious? And he likes you? Natalie shoved more cereal in her mouth. I don't know if he likes me. Tasha lowered the pillow. Natalie, he looked at you like you invented oxygen. Natalie blushed. I mean, he is cute. And weird. Very weird. A little too serious. A little too dramatic. But cute. You tripped 5 times, and he still wanted to see you again. That's love. Natalie groaned. Stop. I'm already panicking. Why panic? Because. Natalie wailed. He's so fancy. He talks like he's starring in a historical drama. I talk like a squirrel with caffeine addiction. And what if he realizes I'm me? Tasha laughed. Natalie, you showed up to your last job interview with glitter in your hair and a granola bar in your pocket. And they still hired you. That interview was at a daycare. Same energy. They both dissolved into laughter. Natalie flopped backward dramatically. Ugh, hi, why did he have to be hot? Tasha grinned. So, when's date number 2? Natalie froze. Because she didn't know. He hadn't texted. She hadn't texted. Both of them were acting like middle schoolers with crushes. Oh God, Natalie whispered. Do vampires text? Back to Luna, who absolutely did not know how to text. Luna sat at his desk, phone glowing in his pale hand. Aldrich hovered beside him like a mother hen with anxiety. Your Majesty, just message her. Luna stared at the empty text box like it was an enemy. What do I say? What if she reads it wrong? What if she misunderstands my tone? Humans misunderstand tone constantly. What if she thinks I am uninterested? What if she thinks I am too interested? What if? Just type anything. Luna typed. Greetings. I hope your shoes are obedient today. Aldrich grabbed the phone with horror. No, you cannot start with shoe obedience. Why not? Her shoe betrayed her. This is not medieval courtship. What do humans say then? Aldrich sighed. Type something. Showed Luna. Luna stared. You want me to say hey? Yes. That is so casual. Yes. That is basically flirting. Yes. Luna inhaled deeply like a man preparing for war. And press send. Luna, hey. Instant dread. Immortally powerful dread. Do you think she'll respond? Luna whispered. Sir, it has been 5 seconds. I am very patient. Aldrich stared. You once threatened a sorcerer for making you wait 3 minutes. That was different. Ow. He was annoying. Aldrich slowly placed a hand on Luna's shoulder. Give her time. Luna nodded stiffly, then checked his phone every 3 seconds. Natalie's phone buzzes. She froze, spilled cereal, choked on air, screeched. Tasha ran over. Who died? What happened? And in a nothing, Natalie stammered. He texted. Tasha snatched the phone. Read it. Snorted. He said Hey. OMG, he likes you. How does that mean that? Because. Tasha said confidently. Men don't text hey unless they're into someone. They text short, dry stuff like okay or cool. Hey is romantic. Natalie's brain short-circuited. What do I say back? Say hey. That's copying. It's flirting. Natalie panicked. Typed. Erased. Typed. Erased. Cried. Typed again. Finally, she sent. Natalie. Hey, you grinning face with smiling eyes. Then threw her phone across the room. Tasha stared. Oh, girl, you're doomed. That emoji is lethal. Back to Luna, who nearly died. When his phone buzzed, Luna jumped so violently Aldrich screamed. He read the message. His dead heart sprinted. Hey, you grinning face with smiling eyes. You. She said you. Aldrich blinked. Sir, are you blushing again? No. Luna snapped, clearly blushing. It is simply warm in here. A vampire said that. Aldrich whispered to no one. I'm witnessing history. Luna typed. Paused. Deleted. Typed again. Paused. Deleted again. Sir, Aldrich said gently. She already likes you. Just be honest. Honest? Luna hadn't been honest with a woman since 1674. But he tried. He typed. Luna, would you like to see me again? He hovered. Terrified. Then he hit send. Aldrich held his breath. Luna held the entire atmosphere hostage. Natalie stares at the message like it's a marriage proposal. Oh, my God, Natalie screamed. He wants to see me again. Do I say yes? Tasha slapped her with a pillow. Say yes before he thinks you died. Natalie scrambled for her phone, typing. Natalie, yes. I would love to. Loudly crying face with tears of joy. Then she added, Natalie, sorry that emoji was an accident. I'm not crying and laughing at the same time. I just have fat thumbs. Then, Natalie, not that my thumbs are fat, they're normal-sized thumbs. Stop texting, Tasha shouted, grabbing the phone. Luna reads all the messages. He smiled. A real, soft, adoring smile that could melt steel. She is remarkable, he whispered. Aldrich read over his shoulder. Sir, she sent 3 messages. In 1 minute. Yes. You like that? Yes. Aldrich wiped away a tear. I'm so proud. You're finally into someone who's just as chaotic as you. Luna stood. I must prepare. For our second date. Tonight? Yes. Where? Luna paused. He had absolutely no idea. He'd never planned a date in his entire immortal life. Aldrich groaned. Oh God, I'll help. The date set up. Chaos from 2 sides. Aldrich suggested. A simple walk downtown. No, Luna said. Humans throw frisbees. A movie? No. Too loud. A rooftop dinner? Possible. A blood bar. Aldrich, right? Human-friendly. Meanwhile, Tasha was ripping through Natalie's closet. No, no, no. Burn this. Why do you own a sweater that says, don't talk to me, I'm shy, but friendly? It was on sale. You look like a confused kindergarten teacher. Tasha, just pick an outfit. They finally settled on. Cute jeans, a pastel top, soft makeup, hair slightly wavy. Natalie looked pretty, sweet, soft, like someone a vampire king might fall for. The rooftop date. Luna rented an entire rooftop restaurant. Just for her. Lights sparkled around the edges. Soft music drifted. No humans around. Only quiet. Only comfort. He stood near the railing. Pale hair, glowing silver under the moonlight. He looked like a painting. A beautiful mistake of a man. A walking poem. Natalie stepped out of the elevator. He turned. Time stopped. Wind paused. Stars leaned in. You look... Luna exhaled, unable to hide his awe. Radiant. You look like a vampire prince, Natalie blurted. Luna coughed. I meant it as a compliment. Then I accept. She laughed. He smiled. They sat. Talked. Teased. Opened up. For the first time in centuries, Luna told someone real things. I was lonely, he admitted quietly. For a very long time. Natalie softened. You're not alone anymore. He froze. Her words hit deeper than a dagger. The CTA moment, asking the audience. He studied her softly and finally asked, do you believe a person can change your entire life, even if you only met them once? Sparkles, reflection question for readers. Do you believe one meeting can change your whole life? Comment your answer. Sparkles. Natalie nodded. Yeah, I think some people are meant to find us, even if they trip into the room first. He smiled, the deepest, warmest smile. The moment that changed everything. A gust of wind blew. Natalie shivered. Luna instantly removed his coat and wrapped it around her shoulders. Oh, she gasped. That's sweet. But won't you be cold? I am dead, he said softly. I did not get cold. She giggled. He stared at her lips a second too long. She noticed. Her cheeks warmed. He looked away too fast, flustered, like a centuries-old schoolboy. I apologize, he stammered. I did not mean to stare. You can stare, she whispered. I don't mind. Luna forgot how to exist. Would you, Natalie said softly, like to hold my hand? His breath caught. Slowly, gently, reverently. He took her hand. Her warm fingers fit perfectly into his cold ones. And, for the first time in 900 years, Luna Vaspera felt alive. The next evening in Austin felt like the city itself was confused. Warm wind, glittering skies, and a strange mix of moonlight and the neon glow of food trucks. It was the kind of night where anything could happen, especially when a dramatic vampire king had spent exactly 23 hours and 17 minutes obsessively replaying his blind date with a clumsy human girl. Luna Vaspera had not slept. Not because he was immortal and didn't need sleep. No, he didn't sleep because his mind was in complete chaos. He was lying on the royal couch in his penthouse office, staring at the ceiling like a teenager realizing they fell in love for the first time. She laughed. He whispered to the ceiling dramatically, and the world shifted. His assistant, Rowan, stared at him like he'd grown a second head. "Sir, is that a good thing or a sign we need to call the vampire therapist again?" Luna glared. Silence. He stood, pacing back and forth. "Rowan, what is this feeling? I feel light, but also terrified, but also warm, but also like I want tacos." "That's called human emotions, sir." Luna gasped sharply. "Disgusting." But then he sighed, staring out the window. "She smiled at me. Rowan? That chaotic little human. Natalie. Even her name sounds like sunshine." Rowan blinked. "Are you happy?" Luna didn't answer, because admitting happiness out loud was too much like admitting he, the 900-year-old dark prince of the night, had been utterly bewitched by a girl who fell down twice in one date. Meanwhile, Natalie was at home, trying to convince herself she was not obsessing over a vampire. Except she totally was. She lay on her bed, kicking her legs like a teenager in a rom-com, hugging a pillow. Oh my gosh, he was so cute and dramatic and tall and ridiculous, she whispered to no one except her pet goldfish, Mr. Pickles. "Mr. Pickles, be honest. Is it weird to like someone who says things like 'my soul quivered at your arrival'?" Mr. Pickles swam in a circle. "Okay, fine, but his hair. Oh my God, his hair." She sat up suddenly. "No, I will not fall for a vampire. I am a strong, independent woman. A strong, independent." She slipped off the bed entirely. Ow! She lay there staring at the ceiling. "Yeah, okay, I'm falling for him." The council interferes. While Natalie was discovering love through clumsiness, Luna was facing the complete opposite problem. Because the vampire council had just barged into his office like angry aunties at a wedding. "Your Majesty," thundered Elder Corvus, "we have heard rumors." "Rumors?" Luna asked. "That you laugh now." Luna's eyes widened. "I do not. And that you are smiling." "I smiled once." "And worst of all," Corvus leaned closer, whispering like they were discussing dark, forbidden magic. "We heard you went on a date with a human." Luna's face went pale. Well, paler. It was one date. The council gasped dramatically in unison. "A human? Has he lost his immortal senses? Does he need holy water?" Luna snarled. "I do not need holy water. I need—" And then he stopped. What did he need? He replayed Natalie's laugh. Her smile. The way she imitated his voice. The way she felt like gravity personally hated her. He whispered softly, "I need to see her again." The room fell silent. Corvus pointed at him. "You are in love." Luna hissed. "Never use that word around me." Rowan snorted from the corner. Luna pointed. "You too. Do not speak." But it was too late. The council had already begun planning a wedding in their minds and a funeral for their peace. Natalie receives a very dramatic invitation. Natalie was eating a bag of chips, the family size, when someone knocked. Knock, knock. She opened the door and nearly screamed. A man in all black, wearing sunglasses at night, holding a scroll. "A scroll?" she whispered. "Am I being invited to Hogwarts?" He cleared his throat. "This is from His Majesty, the honorable, noble, eternal sovereign of the Vaspera lineage, keeper of the night, master of dark." Okay. Too much," Natalie waved. "Just hand me the paper or Batman." The man blinked. "Batman. Please. I'm hungry." He handed it over and vanished into the night. Natalie unrolled the scroll. It read, in dramatic calligraphy, "Natalie of the Daylight. I request your presence for a second date. Tonight, at the Sky Garden. Come as you are. Luna Vaspera. King of the Night, etc., etc." Natalie laughed so hard she nearly dropped the scroll. "Come as you are?" "Sir, I'm in sweatpants with chip crumbs." She looked at herself, then shrugged. "Well," he said, "come as you are." She grabbed her keys, her bag spilling random nonsense again, crayons, a tiny spoon, an old receipt, and a mini flashlight. "Why do I have this?" "Whatever." The second date, also known as the Night Chaos, returned. Luna was already waiting at the Sky Garden, the rooftop known for the best view in Austin. He wore a long black coat, hair flowing like he'd been created for slow-motion entrances. He had rehearsed his lines, his posture, his charm. He was ready. And then Natalie appeared, in sweatpants, in a messy bun, with a chip bag in her hand. Luna's undead heart stopped, because she looked like the most precious disaster he'd ever seen. "Sorry," she waved. "I came as I was. Your scrolls said so." Luna swallowed. "You look perfect." Natalie blinked. "Really? Even with the chip grease on my shirt?" "Especially that." Natalie burst out laughing. Luna felt his soul melt again. The conversation that changed everything. They sat on the rooftop, city lights glowing around them. Natalie kicked her legs like a child. "So, you're a vampire king?" "Yes." "And you run a tech company?" "Yes." "Do your employees know?" Luna inhaled slowly. "They suspect. Mostly because I fired someone for eating garlic bread." Natalie choked on her drink. "Oh my, you actually allergic?" "Highly. Even the scent could kill me." Natalie looked guilty and slowly took a garlic-flavored chip out of her bag. Luna flinched like she'd pulled out a deadly weapon. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." She threw the chip off the roof. It hit someone's car below. A horn blasted. Someone yelled. She gasped. "Oops." Luna stared at her. "Why?" he whispered. "Do such things always happen near you?" Natalie shrugged. "I think I'm cursed." He smiled. "No, you're wonderful." Her cheeks warmed. "Stop being smooth. It's dangerous." He smirked. "I am dangerous." She flicked his forehead. "Not when you're smiling like that." The moment everything changed. The wind picked up. The city sparkled. And Natalie turned to him. "You know, I wasn't going to come tonight." Luna froze. "Why?" "Because humans and vampires, it sounds impossible. And I fall a lot. And my life is messy. And you're ancient. And scary. And Natalie." She looked at him. Luna's voice softened. "Not dramatic, not royal, just real. You make me feel alive." Her breath caught. "And I want to see where that goes," he continued. "Chaos and all." Natalie's eyes softened. "I want that too." He moved closer. Slowly. Respectfully. "May I?" he whispered. She nodded. He leaned in. And then, bang! A drone flew overhead and hit the rooftop railing, exploding into sparks. Both of them screamed. "What was that?" Natalie yelled. Luna sighed deeply. "My security team is watching us. Like we're in a TV show?" "Yes." Natalie laughed uncontrollably. And Luna realized. He was doomed. Happily doomed. The kiss, finally, once the chaos settled, aka once Luna threatened to fire his entire security team, he turned back to her. "I believe," he said, "our moment was interrupted." Natalie giggled. "You're still dramatic, huh?" "It is my nature." She leaned closer. "Then let me interrupt you this time." And she kissed him. Soft, warm, silly, sweet. He froze, then melted, then literally levitated an inch off the ground because apparently that's what ancient vampires do when they're overwhelmed. Natalie pulled back. "Are you hovering?" Luna dropped immediately. "I know. You saw nothing." She laughed into his chest. And that's when he realized. He was in love. Real, deep, terrifying, hilarious love. The ending they both deserved. As the night ended, Luna walked her to her car. Not floating. Not teleporting. Just walking. "Will I see you again?" he asked softly. Natalie smiled. "You better. I didn't fall off a roof today, so I consider that lucky." Luna chuckled. "I would like to court you properly." Natalie grinned. "Is that vampire language for date me?" "Yes." "Then yes." She winked. "And next time, you're eating tacos with me." His eyes widened in terror. "Taco seasoning sometimes has garlic. We will check the ingredients." He groaned. She laughed. And they drove off into the warm Austin night. A dramatic vampire king and the chaotic human girl who changes undead heart forever. Thank you for watching this story to the end. If you enjoyed this story, you'll surely love the next one. It's as crazier and more intriguing as you can ever imagine. So do check it out. Click on the image showing on your screen right now to watch the next one.